Hey, good morning, everyone, friends, YouTubers. Kim here from Cole's Family Farm for Life. I'm so excited. Today I'm going to do my very first ever garden tour. This is the first garden that I've ever planted, actually, so it's not going to be a long garden tour. It'll be short because I'm just doing the best I can here in my little garden. You can see some behind me. And then there's some in front here. So I'm really excited about this. It's a beautiful day in May in Texas, and it's really quite cool. It's not hot here yet, so that's fabulous. We had a pretty good bit of rain at the beginning of the week. Today is Thursday, May the, I don't know, the 14th or so. Since I'm not working anymore, I don't ever know what day it is. Look at that. You can see my squash all the way from over here. This is my first garden ever. Mine and my husband's first garden ever. It is organic, no pesticides, heirloom plants mostly from seed. I started these plants from seed, so I'm super excited. These squash are looking amazing. We're going to harvest these today. This is cucumber right here. This is a pretty shaded area, so I'm actually surprised that the squash are doing so well. It's nasturtium flower, edible flower right there. It's also good for pollinators, hummingbirds. Here, I believe this is honeyboat squash. It's an heirloom variety. It looks like a melon, but the leaves look like a squash leaf. So, unfortunately, I did not write down what I planted right there. But it looks super cool. There's all kinds of fruit on it growing in there everywhere. So neat. Look how big that squash is. I don't think this film is going to do it any justice. Oh, there's Maggie. Cucumbers are going to go up along this runner. This hoop trellis we made. Oh, look at that. There's a cucumber. How exciting. Wow. Our neighbor has bees, so we have no issues with pollination. These two large plants right here, they are pumpkins. Just figured I'd give them a shot. I don't think there's any fruits on them yet. Oh my, it looks like there's some bugs on there for sure. Something's eating it. But it is starting to flower. So that'll be fun. This is a collard that I actually had planted January. And this collard actually made it through the big freeze in Texas in February. So I'm shocked that it made it. It was actually covered in snow. Then we have some tomatoes. These onions, I don't know what's going to happen with these things because I've never done this before. So it's more of, go on Maggie. It's more of like a experiment really. That'll be fun. These are some beans. These are bush beans. They don't need trellises. Some tomatoes. Those tomatoes have actually produced. We've got some corn back here. It's pretty neat. I don't know if it's going to do anything. It's our first year to ever plant a garden, so we're just learning as we grow here. We have some more squash plants. That's so exciting. I put this little, I don't know what it is, a stick, basically, to run this little squash right here. This squash vine has runners on it, so I'm running it up to over there. I don't really like them growing on the dirt. It just leaves them more at risk for bugs and pests and dogs. That's a pretty squash. This is a different squash plant. There's a couple squash plants over there on the side, and then we have some okra here and some bush beans, okra. And then we have, oh, there's my cute little tiny house, 720 square feet. Then I have my raised beds over here that are super prolific in whatever I plant. So I really like these. We've got some banana peppers that are already producing here. 3, 4 banana pepper plants. We have these Brad's Atomic tomatoes. They're pretty cool. They're super neat colors. And then we have black creme, beefsteak tomatoes. That's what these really big ones are. Then over here in this bed, I have my kale, some more kale, some collards on the end there, tomatoes. And as I go through here, I've got this other bed. This is tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Got some bush beans in the middle here, bush beans. This is purple potted pole beans. That's a mouthful. That's a little trellis that Nathan had made. It's super cute. I like it. See if I can show you these beans. Purple potted pole beans. I think they get to like 12 to 18 inches long before they're ready to harvest. There's my marigold, and every time I come by a marigold, I kind of shake it. That way it gives off that scent that the bugs don't like. Then over here, we've got more tomatoes. Man, we have so many tomatoes, and they're so big, those plants. Then I have cayenne peppers, more cayenne peppers, more tomatoes. This is our vertical garden. I like it. It's so cute. I don't know what it's going to do. This is watermelons. I don't know how that's going to work, but we're just piecing together fencing for now. It was sort of a spur of the moment thing. Just because I don't want them on the ground here. See these on the ground? Well, kids run through here, the dogs run through here, I walk through here, and half the time I'm not even paying any attention. So I kind of wanted to keep them on the back side of our little tires back there against the house and growing up. These are pumpkins. You'll see I have the tire right there, and then the 2 pumpkin plants, actually, they're growing up. So cool. Super cool how large these leaves are. I mean, I don't know if you can see this, the justice, but my hand's that big, right? And this leaf is just so big. And we've got these little, see that little round little something? Not sure what it is, again, because I just plant stuff wherever. Don't label it. Got some blueberry bushes. Oh, and another crooked neck squash. So cool. Now, I did have to treat my squash because I had what they call blossom end rot. Let me see if I can find one. This one might be, yeah. So if you'll see this, oops, can't see that. The end of it is kind of brownish, right? And the blossom rotted off. It's actually due to a lack of calcium in the soil, more than likely. So I added some rot stop in there, and these, it just really took off after I did that. And I also added some compost. Rabbit manure is what we use for compost here. Well, that's most of the garden. I'm not going to show you the rest. There's a bed over there by the chicken coop. It's got some herbs in it. And then there's a bed over there on the other side of the shed. But I think that's enough for now. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm so excited to show y'all my garden. And I just can't believe it's actually producing as well as it is. I'm just so excited. I actually pray for this garden, so it works. Well, that's about it for my garden tour. I got my little lunchtime harvest here for my salad. I'm going to really try to do this every Friday. I'm very inconsistent when it comes to stuff like this, and I'm really working on that. And I'm just praying that God will help me be more consistent, because I also want to document our gardening journey and our homestead journey. So it's not just for other people to see it. It's actually so I can go back a year from now and see how we first started out. That's pretty exciting to be able to do that. I think, man, it's just a beautiful day out here. Anyway, if you like my garden and you want to keep seeing the garden tours on Friday, just put a comment in the drop down on the video and hit subscribe and like and share it. Thank you guys. God bless you.